Hey, this your girl Stabaya, aka Trap
What's going on, y'all? My name is Chris. Bliss if you nasty.
What's good, people? It's Mackie, aka Mr. Side Nigga, aka I'm always here, aka I'm never here.
Yo, what up, what up? It's Chin the Dude, aka Chin Black, aka how do you pronounce that? Aka Jerome, aka Fila Kuti, aka you feel me? And this is Do Not Disturb.
So we on.
Yay.
All right, y'all. We're back with season 2, episode 6 of the Do Not Disturb podcast. Before we start, we just want to say that Chin is not here today. So
Yeah, man. That nigga's a bitch.
yeah, thanks for not hitting us back, bro.
And I'm his brother.
I mean, shit.
I live with the guy. He literally lives under me.
He literally did not respond to a single
didn't
text.
respond to nobody.
That's really crazy. I hope you're having fun at whatever party you're
Yeah.
at.
You
But
were the side
You
piece.
dickhead.
yeah, whatever.
Damn.
Whatever. But we're going to make it work without you.
Bitch.
Seriously. Anyway, just kidding. But how y'all doing? Okay.
Pretty good for the most part. The weather's starting to get all nice. I feel like
Nah, it's about to snow on some Monday.
Anne-Marie.
Is it really?
Right?
That's what I heard. And it's gonna snow next week again. I'm sorry I had to rain on your
Well,
parade.
it's still gonna
My
be a
bad.
little nice out next week. So
It
Yeah,
that
no.
ass was a
Today
whole
was nice.
snowstorm.
Today was a nice ass day.
Yeah.
It really was.
It's a nice
Feel like
day.
Anne-Marie, why don't we fall in love type weather?
Not
Or
quite.
yet.
Not quite.
Not yet. maybe a little sneak peek.
Because Amory weather is like crop tops and shorts. I'm not going
I think
outside
this
in
is
no
more.
crop top and
This
shorts.
is more of an Eric Benet type weather. I
What
feel.
kind of weather is that? Lion
Eric
weather?
Benet?
Cheating weather?
Well, chill out.
What is that?
I'm talking about. You got it.
You talking about what?
You got it. You got it.
Because
You
I'm
got
like,
it.
what kind of weather is that?
I can't remember the song off the top of my head, so you got it.
It's all right. All right, yo. Okay, so the first order of business, we want to say a big rest in peace to Stephon Clark. If y'all don't know the story of Stephon Clark, he was a 22-year-old young black man with 2 kids. And he was shot to death in his backyard 20 times because the police thought that he had a gun when in actuality it was his cell phone. They said that in the beginning. Then they started saying that he had like a switchblade or like a machete, like I don't know what the fuck. And then they finally admitted that they knew it was his cell phone.
You went from switchblade to machete.
I don't know. I don't remember what the thing was that they said.
Hopefully the body cam footage has been released. I have not seen it. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
interested. But big shout out to
Yeah, word.
just like what's going on right now with that. That it was just a sad story. And if you don't know about the story, I think you should do your research. I mean, it's like one of the biggest stories out there right now.
Yeah.
It all ties into what goes on in our country in general. So like, be a little woke, y'all. Like this is some crazy shit. Like.
Yeah, we don't want to get too much into
I know,
police
but
brutality because we've spoke
not.
about this like so many times.
First
Word.
episode.
Yeah, go back to episode 0, please.
Episode 0, Race Wars. Check it out.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to him and condolences to the
Yeah, no, we're
Absolutely.
big RIP. Like my co-hosts have said, we've always been talking about. We're always going to talk about this. A black man minding his own business in his backyard, chilling, getting killed just because of the color of his skin. So RIP to him. Condolences to his family.
And who we don't need to say.
I hope.
all right.
I want to know how. Like, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I want to know how. Like, 20 shots. Like 20.
It's because he's
20
black. It's really 'cause he's black.
in other countries, like not even in other countries, they just captured the nigga who not nigga because he doesn't even deserve that, the white piece of trash that shot up the school in Florida. They caught that nigga. They caught him like.
Lollygagging on the street.
Yeah, like he was just chilling, like skipping and holidaying down the street.
And he actually just killed 17 people.
He killed 17 people, and this man is in his backyard. You have to fire off 20.
I'm not surprised. It's a reoccurring event, or not even event, just something that always takes place. It's It's not a surprise to me. I'm not really interested in the news because they're gonna say some bullshit. So honestly, I don't want to really touch base too much about it. But just rest in peace to Stephon, another black man, another young black man. Another example of what's going on, and praise to the family. We're gonna move on to the next subject though, because we
don't want to get too somber.
The sadness in the beginning,
awareness.
You know, let people know.
We're known for that. So.
Yeah, we want to spread positivity, but like we always said, like we want to educate y'all as well and know that like shit like this does happen, and you know, if we have a platform to speak about the injustices towards our people, then you know we're gonna take.
We're
that.
gonna definitely do that
first.
For sure.
Maybe not first,
but you will definitely
hear it.
Yes,
You'll hear
it repeated.
But let's get into jail part 3, y'all.
Jail part 3.
This is the jokes part.
Yes.
So this is a little outdated, but we didn't get to speak on it on the last episode because our last episode was litty and we didn't have like that much. We didn't have even that much room to talk about so much stuff, or it would have been like a 5-hour episode. It would have been really crazy, but I think this happened like 3 weeks ago, I want to say now. The whole Joel Santana thing getting locked up at Newark Airport. Shout out to Newark. It's not Newark, it's Newark.
Why this nigga was running? Like, what the fuck was he running for? Who was he running from?
Run, Forrest, run.
I mean, hey, man, when you got the strap on you and the cops came up to you, you gon' run. Like,
but my nigga, like, you in the airport. Like, what the fuck was you running?
Hey, man, maybe he didn't trust... You know, the people who was around, maybe he thought he was, you know what I mean?
He didn't trust himself. That's who it was. Like, if you know that you gotta, like, if you know you got a strap on you in an airport where you know you shouldn't have one, don't make yourself hot by and even if you weren't like caught by the cops, then you were gonna get caught when you were going through security on the airplane. Like the whole execution was just very, very bad. Like it wasn't really matching up real well to me.
Sometimes you just gotta run, like.
Run from your problem.
Yeah, you guys just gotta take a trip, man. Like I mean, he was at the airport. He didn't get too far.
He got far.
Oh no, he got far. No. I think actually he ended up turning himself in. I think he got away. And he was held up for a couple of days, and then he eventually turned himself in.
So then, really, what was the point? Like, was that just like a thrill seek? Like, did he need some fun in his life?
I just wanted to feel the adrenaline.
That nigga was bored at home. Said, "Yo, let me just walk in."
Y'all had a whole reunion tour. You could have got back in the booth and done some rap instead of having his girl
and done some rap.
Like that's what y'all could have done.
His girl don't like him rapping. That's why he built.
Kimbella?
Is that his still? Yeah, his girl don't like him rapping. Whichever
she
girl
got
it was.
beat the fuck up.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Hip-hop days.
Recipe. No, not recipe.
I was thinking recipe.
I'm sorry, but like she really got her ass beat on Love and Hip Hop. Shout out to Chrissy and Jim Jones. They never gonna get married, but they not gonna get married. Remember when she proposed to him? Didn't he say?
Everybody.
He took the ring.
And where are they now?
Hey,
where are they now?
Are they still together?
Yeah. Unmarried.
They're not married.
Do they have kids?
No.
Ooh.
They live in a life, I guess.
No.
Hey. I mean, sometimes you gotta live the life.
I guess they fared out better than what's her name, Cam and Juju.
Oh, damn.
They were together for like 30 years?
About that.
40 years?
They were together since pre-K or some shit.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever. But shout out to Joel Santana. Actually, no. Not shout out to you.
He's in jail right now, actually, which is...
Yo, all these people going to jail for no fucking reason.
Well, no. The next person definitely went to jail for a reason.
Who?
DMX.
All right, so DMX has been to jail at least 84 times since I've been born.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta check on your niggas in the pen.
All of his mugshots look exactly the same.
I mean, he's only one man,
and it's just that same mug. Whatever. That same look. Like, yep. Back again, niggas. Y'all can't hold me back. What up?
I'm here so I didn't get fined.
Word. Y'all know why I'm here. But the prosecutors are trying to give him 5 years for tax evasion. Just pay your taxes.
Yeah, all you rappers out there, aspiring rappers, just know that just because you're making money under the table, that the government doesn't know you're making that money. They watching your books. So pay your taxes. It's tax season. I'm waiting for my check right now. Shit.
Still?
IRS, what up? Hit me.
Wow. But I mean, like, I forgot who said it, but somebody was like, oh, if Trump could outwardly say, like, he don't be paying his taxes, then they need to free DMX. Because, like, hey, man. Because, like...
Who said that shit?
I don't know. I forgot who it was. But if you're listening to this and this sounds familiar, like something that you said, shout out to you because that was really funny. That was really funny. If it sounds like something that you would say, like, shout out to you.
About to claim that joke right now just to get into Chris's...
Oh, please. Anyway. All right. As far as DMX, shout out to you.
Who's the next nigga is going to or attending jail?
I mean, we got a whole bunch on this motherfucking list. Well, last week we spoke about Miami spring break and how much of a monstrosity that was.
Hey man, I heard it was life of the party or life of time, whatever that shit.
What a time to be alive. What a time to cheat, whatever it is.
Hey man.
So Jacquees was down in Miami, probably being a thought because he probably looked like a college student, just like the rest of them. But he was arrested for not complying to police. I think they like wanted his license for something and he said no. And then I think like he wasn't wearing a seatbelt or some shit. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, they arrested that nigga for not wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah, I'm not even making a joke.
That is crazy.
Was he driving? He was driving?
I have no clue. All I know is that I saw the video on Instagram and they whipped that little nigga. He like 4'11". They whipped him over to the car.
Is it video?
Yeah. It's
I see this shit.
And he was like, yeah, fuck this boy. And you hear all like the 13-year-old girls that be fiending over him like, yeah, fuck 12. He ain't even do shit. Like, it sounded like they nigga went to jail. Free him until they free.
That's how they feel about Jack.
Yo, it's crazy, yo. I've heard that nigga sing and then no, not that song. That nigga can actually sing. Like,
do you think he can sing honestly?
Yeah, right. He has a song that he did that what is that song on Wale's new EP? Black Bonnie or whatever. Black Bonnie.
I did hear about
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, he was singing on that. He didn't sound too bad. Yeah.
Was he singing or like auto-tune?
Nah, he was singing. It sounded like, I mean, everybody uses auto-tune to make it just sound a little nice. It's just, there's a range to that shit.
Honestly.
But.
So what ended up happening? He got a ticket? Like, he got arrested?
No, he got arrested.
But I think he got released the same day because I saw him. He was on some jet ski talking about some they can't hold me back or something
he's trying to get legal damages. So now somebody's going to sue the police.
What, because he's little and he got yanked by the police?
Hey, man, that's police brutality. He has every right to. Tupac did it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Hey.
I mean, Jacquees, stay up, stay little, I guess.
Stay up and stay little. Nah, man. Don't disrespect that nigga.
He really like 4'11". Like, if somebody could give me a fact check as to how tall. Actually, I'm a fact check myself because he's really like Lil Baby Quavo.
Little Baby Quavo. The nigga can sing better than Quavo.
Can Quavo sing?
I mean, hey, man, they call him Quavonce. That's what I heard in the streets.
Just because he was like the main one.
Hey.
That's why, but I mean.
The name comes with the title, and the title comes with the performance.
Oh, Jacquees is my height. So, like, baby Jacquees, right?
I guess so.
Baby Jacquees.
Right? Whatever.
Who else went to jail?
Bobby Valentino. First of all, let's talk about Bobby Valentino real quick. Because, like, last year, wasn't he in the hot seat for, like, being with a tranny? Or, like, two trannies?
There's a video.
Not to say that that's a bad thing. Not to say that that's a bad and not to say that that's a bad thing. Because, like, you like what you like. But, like, niggas gonna joke all the time.
And I'm here for the jokes. This nigga was caught in a room with a tranny. And now he's... A suspect in a rape
case.
In Georgia, probably Atlanta.
So do we think that he raped her?
I mean, I don't know.
The whole story.
I truthfully don't even know the whole story, but like
hypothetically, do you think that hypothetically, so let's put a hypothetical blanket over this. All right? You think he did it?
If she was white, no.
Probably.
If she was white, he wouldn't?
No.
If she was white, no.
No.
So there's nothing to say that women out here, like, lie and try to coerce men and put them in certain
No,
situations?
they absolutely do
You
lie.
never know. I mean,
Because remember what happened with the Nelly thing,
she was lying.
right?
She was lying.
And she was lying. Well, we don't know if she was lying, but the charges were dropped.
She was lying to me.
And she went.
She was lying to me.
So like, that's what I'm,
Because like when you like do something like that, it's like you get like the whole public behind you, you know? Like people don't be playing around with no rape shit. Like if somebody
Especially not in Georgia.
yeah, what's her name?
Especially
Was
not in Georgia.
like Tupac to his death was saying that Ayanna Jackson or whatever her name is was lying, and I think she was lying after watching the interview of her on Vlad TV.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was lying after watching that shit.
I feel like sometimes like you can tell like a little bit by the conviction and like their storytelling, but then again like some victims are, you know,
Telling the truth.
some victims are telling the truth and they just don't know how to explain it because they're so traumatized. But in the event that this is just another case of somebody lying on a celebrity for whatever reason, and then like their reputation is tarnished as being like a sexual abuser or whatever, like that trend needs to stop. Because I know that there's like a big thing in Hollywood with like men, you know, sexually abusing women, and like it's concrete fact that it happened, but then there's also like the underlying like there's some women that lie about it and just try to like
Okay, so then
tarnish somebody's career.
what should we do? Should we have a punishment? Like, okay, if you lie, if you're found guilty of lying about rape, do you go to jail or something?
I always
like
thought that. I always
Alright,
think that
so
if
then-
somebody lies about
That's fair.
somebody
Okay,
like doing
but-
that, they should go to jail.
So then to counter that, people think that will cause more women to not say that they get raped.
Well, if you actually got raped, like it's difficult because what people think is easy to just like say I got raped, but like it's not that easy all the time. Like
Definitely.
No, I can imagine.
like you get it's
I can
extremely
only imagine.
traumatizing. Like your womanhood, like your humanity is like taken away from you by force, like unwanted, and
that's
then like
both, that's both.
and that's both men and women. Like so just to like outwardly be like, you know, that person raped me, because first of all, like rape is big. Like especially if it's somebody of like prominence, your face is probably going to be like all over the place. Your name is going to be all over the place. People are going to be looking up shit about you. People are going to be trying to find every reason to why it's not true. And then it's just a lot of stuff that goes into like you actually admitting it. So, I mean, if you don't outwardly tell somebody that you got raped, like I'm not gonna fault you for that because I get it. But for those who make up stories about people who they actually didn't rape you, I feel like there needs to be some kind of consequence, because that person goes through consequences. You know, Bobby Valentino's a suspect in a rape case, which means that he'll probably have to go to somebody's police station and get questioned. Probably may get arrested, whatever. So if they have to go through all of those legal things, I feel like they need to as well.
Yep.
I feel you. But you know, I mean, like I said, people,
didn't do it.
I do too.
I do too.
Like that would really have sucked. But let's get away from that. Let's talk about something, because we just went dark real quick. We about to bring it back to the light.
No more fucking Bobby Valentino. All right. Actually, I'm gonna skip over this whole Suge Knight thing, because Suge Knight,
Well,
like,
Suge Knight's back in the news.
But we talk about that nigga.
Who saw Death Row Chronicles?
I didn't, cause I'm so over that. Like, I just want them to rest in peace. Like, let Pac rest in peace. Let Biggie rest in peace. Like, niggas.
Nah, but
I was like, all right.
I wanted to see it though. I saw it because like there's a lot of shit that I didn't know. Like they mentioned they know who killed Tupac.
Yeah, that Crip, right?
Yeah, the Orlando. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they said that they know who killed Biggie too.
Who, Suge?
Well, that's what the police are saying. That Suge was the one that killed her.
Suge is like, Suge would strike fear into my heart if I ever met
if
him.
I ever see him, my stomach would turn.
That nigga's like truly scary.
Yeah, no, he's
Like big
Is
too.
he tall? Like how
He's
tall?
very tall.
She's like 6'4", 6'5".
And like over like I think he's at least like 300 pounds. I want to say, right?
Yeah,
he's a
big
big
as fuck.
nigga.
That nigga come in here, bro.
God willing, I don't want to see.
If you want my phone, you didn't even ask for my phone.
So
you
you
can take
got
it.
it. You take everything.
Take everything. I'm good. Like as long as I can get out of here in one piece, I'm
Yeah,
fine.
nah, sure. You're cool with us, man. Not really,
Not
but
really. All right, so
I mean, if you did some shit wrong,
But
like you not cool with us, but like
if I see you in the street, I will let you know that I will look the other way. I'm gonna walk away.
I will let you know that
I'm look the other way.
That's so easy. For all my niggas in the struggle, aka jail, just stay up.
Make that toilet wine.
That's the
You know what it is, and do not drop the soap.
Don't drop the stove because they gonna do it the easy way or the hard way. It's whatever you choose.
Oh man, and the answer is always yes, my nigga. Like, please.
You think so?
Nah, I mean that's what Boondocks told me.
He said the answer is always yes because of the boondock.
The answer is always yes.
All right, so now we're gonna go. Not necessarily to jail, but just like legal stuff. I think we had this conversation before about like child support and spousal support.
Yeah.
And
I don't believe in child support, by the way.
I don't believe.
I'm
I don't believe in
protesting
spousal
child support.
Why do you protest child support again? I'm sorry.
Because they need to change how they do child support in America.
Okay.
All right, so
Very brief.
Yeah,
very brief, yes, very brief. So basically, how they do it is, obviously, you go, you have to go to welfare, apply for it, go to courts, all that stuff. Then the mother gets all of the money, right? Mm-hmm. So the mother gets money to but that money's not meant for the mother, They're not in an annulment if they're not in anything like that where they're not divorced. They just had a kid together, and he's not he's not supposed to, because how some women, they don't work for a long time or whatever because my husband's well off, so they get accustomed to that lifestyle. So in a divorce, he would have to give her some bread so she can live comfortably,
Right.
for a certain amount of years or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but this is what they do with, what is it called?
Child support.
Child support. This is what they do with child support. They give all the money to the mother. What they should do is
How
they
do
should.
you know this?
How do I? My uncle. What they should do is they should put it in a blind trust or put it somewhere where the money can
Benefit the child.
benefit only the child.
Yeah.
It's not benefiting the mother because the money is not for the mother. If they have an agreement where the money, he's supposed to give her money as well, then that's different. But we're talking just child support. If this is money for the child, this shit shouldn't go to your new Jordans or your new UGG shoes. You feel me? So I'm over here protesting. I'm taking a stand.
Are you?
And I'm protesting child support. So fuck all that other shit.
I mean, I wouldn't protest child support because I ain't trying to get no jail time, but that's just me. That's just me being rational and knowing the law and stuff. But I do agree that it needs to be reformed because some people really be buying red bottoms with their babies formula money, and that's really crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You feel me? How you gonna use the money I gave you for my
It kind
kid
of sucks too, cause sorry
to go get fucked by some other nigga? That's wild.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it sucks though, cause it's bad enough, especially black fathers, they get looked at horrible and they get treated like shit in the system.
Facts.
So you have a system like this with this child support thing where the mother could possibly be taking advantage of that. They're already going to go with the mother's choice or the mother's needs because she's a mom. And, they're not going to side with a black man, even if he got all his receipts, you know what I'm saying? So it's
I've heard of someone that has actually
won a case.
Yeah. That's
it's easy
crazy.
though. That's how you beat it. You got to keep them receipts.
Keep all your receipts.
Absolutely.
Men out there, this is a PSA to all you men that are trying to not to beat child support. Keep every copy of every receipt that you have ever spent on your child. Put them in a box and let her put you on child support.
Absolutely.
Let her try that shit. Just be like, hey, Your Honor, wham, receipts, nigga.
I can't. But Nas and Kelis finally reached some sort of agreement on their custody battle from
how old are their
2002.
Yeah, how old are their kids? Their kids are definitely 18 now.
Yeah,
They have to be old as shit. I don't know. I want to say maybe 14, some shit like that. I don't know.
2002 is 2018, so at least the oldest child has to be 18 years old.
You would think that the kids even know what's going on at this point, like with the whole custody battle. So
I'm
it's
sure they
like,
do.
but whatever. So I don't know if these are the exact terms, but Kelis gets the children or child on Mother's Day, and then Nas gets them on Father's Day, and then they split the weeks as to when they should be able to see the child. But like that just sounds like how it should normally be. So I don't understand like
But she wanted
how
more money.
She wanted more money.
And I don't know if they came
for
from
child
that
or
agreement.
spousal.
Child. Yep, child support. I think she said 800. Or, I don't know. I don't remember the exact amount. I know it was an 8 in there, though. But she wanted that bread. I'm just like, you know what? Look, sis. All right. Where you been at with the music shit? All right.
Yeah, like I ain't heard nothing from you since
She actually
Bossy.
can write. Like, she actually is very talented. But, like, I don't know what the fuck. I think she was cooking. She was a chef. She used to travel around the world doing her cooking shit. Maybe she needs to, you know.
Start cooking again.
Or she can go the pretty girl route, stop singing
Shit,
altogether, and then just be a model.
Get a book. Like,
Yeah, like do
bullshit.
something.
Yeah, she could have made a whole milkshake cookbook. Like, she's really not using. She's not using her
Strategic marketing at its finest.
Ass idea.
She could have had hella recipes.
Alright,
She could have
yo.
had alcoholic shit up in there. Like, she's really not using her shit right.
Yo.
And she, you know what?
We'll
We'll be on your team. We will be on your team.
Yeah, like we
Word,
got you with
Kelis.
the marketing. We got you with that, sis. Like we trying to help you out. So we
Kelis.
you out here looking crazy, yo.
Do not disturb at gmail.com.
Facts, just hit us up.
We have all of the ideas.
Please, you
It don't
even-
matter. It don't
you
matter if it was
even know.
like 15 years ago. We got you, girl.
Come on.
We're young.
We got it.
We know how the social
Nah,
media
but
game works.
You don't even
We're good.
Look, milkshake
I'm gonna
cookbooks.
send you the link to this episode when it drops. So
Come on, yo,
Truthfully.
just
because you really
Kelis, hit us up. Kelis,
He really like on his knees, like.
Kelis, hit us up. Biko, hit us up, man.
Oh my god. All right.
Cannot.
Next topic.
All right, so we going back. We not going to do no more legal stuff
Yeah,
anymore.
that's enough.
Because I'm over it.
Crazy for the law.
Wait, there's
over it.
more?
I'm
There's
over
no
it.
more?
There is no more legal
Well,
stuff.
I think Meek.
If there is, what about Meek? He's still in jail.
I
Like,
think they're
Meek's in
supposed to
jail.
be trying to remove that judge from his case again.
Nah, they squashed that because what happened is that
You're childish. You're childish.
they tried to they said open up the court records like the because you know everywhere the judge is if he's talking to anybody it's on the record. There's a stenographer typing everything
Right.
that's being said. You feel me?
Okay.
So they opened up the records and they found out that like the judge never asked Meek to sing on Bended Knee by Boys to Men and like
What?
yeah, like they just found out that wasn't true. So but what they're saying is that one of the cops, I think I read this somewhere, I'm not sure, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're saying one of the cops did something dirty or tampered with some part of the case, and they're talking about appealing it to courts to get him out. I mean, we all want to see Meek come home.
I do
you
want
know.
him to come home. He deserves. I feel like he would have a good comeback too.
No, yeah, I mean his album was amazing.
It
was really good.
Nobody liked him.
I forgot what it was called.
Or it.
Dreams and losses, or wins and losses.
Wins and losses, yeah.
Dreams and losses. This
and
nigga been
losses.
dreaming for forever. You feel
Nah,
me?
that ass.
I just thought he was still dreaming. But,
He probably is. Then he want to get out of jail.
yeah.
Just like all of Philly.
Oh man.
All right. Free Meek, you know.
Yeah, free
Word
me
up.
for real, for real.
He's been long overdue. But
All right. So
Oh, I still haven't listened to More Life, by the way.
it's past your year.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
Or your
listen to
2
it.
years.
Though.
I'm sorry.
What?
No, it's been a year. It's a year. More Life came out last year,
Oh yeah, it's past your year.
so
It's
I
past your
can
year.
bump it now, right?
You can.
All right, when I bump it, I'm gonna let niggas know how I feel about it.
All right. And
All
if
right.
you come on this show and you say that you like it,
If I like it, wait, time out. Can we all just talk about like Drake real quick, just for 2 seconds?
2 seconds.
All right.
1, 2, say. I'm just.
I don't hate Drake. It's just that Drake is just easy to not like. You feel me? Because everybody likes him, and I
Not
like.
everybody.
There's a lot of people that like Drake.
Not a lot of people like him. Especially
There's a
the
lot.
old heads.
There's a lot.
Oh, I think a lot of people like Drake.
There's a lot of people that like Drake.
A lot of people like Drake. A lot of people don't respect Drake.
Yeah, I like Nothing Was the Same is one of my like favorite albums. Like, cause, and it's his. Cause I used to like ride the one bus all the way to Jersey City from where I live. An hour bus ride. Bump that. It was great. Come Through, amazing. It's like On Me, 2 Chainz is one of the greatest. You know. But it's just like he's just so easy to hate. Like, what do you call it? Views was trash.
Was it?
To me, Views is trash. The first album was cool. I liked it. Take Care was all right. It was cool, but it wasn't like his best one. Is Nothing Was the Same. And if niggas could hit me on Twitter and we could debate about it, I'll tell you why it was his best. Besides the fact that Party Next Door wrote it, it's his best. Like sounding Full Wise album, that was the best thing he gave out.
So what did you want to say about Drake?
No, I said it all.
Oh.
That I don't. It's not that I hate him. I just like niggas like him so much. I gotta someone gotta not like him. Like everybody I turn to, yo, you heard that new Drake song? I'm like, nigga, no, I don't give a fuck about Drake.
A lot of people actually secretly give a fuck about Drake because they still go and they still listen to the shit by the time the weekend is over.
And people hate on him and they can't hate on him. Like he's the man. Like
he gets his streams, he gets his sales, he gets his time, he gets his shine, he gets everything. Like
he puts
I don't understand.
It's because of the whole like the ghostwriting shit.
What about it?
But he was cool before the whole ghostwriting.
But I think that's what kind of like when niggas is talking about best rappers and people still try to do it, they put Drake in the top 5 best rappers. I'm sorry, Drake can never be top 10, top 20 rappers. Like when I mean MCs, like spitting wise, not just being, because if you're being a great art, like rap, Drake is definitely there. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But we're talking lyrics. I can't put him there. If he's there, he has an asterisk by his name because I don't know every single bar he wrote and he didn't wrote. I remember when niggas was saying that Drake was writing for Lil Wayne. I was like, Drake wrote for Lil Wayne? When and what? Lil Wayne, the nigga that wrote 200 raps in 1 year. Like, yeah.
What song did he write for?
I don't remember what song it was, but they were saying, they said some shit like that. So I don't know. I just feel like niggas just make it so easy to hate Drake. I gotta hate him. Like Meek Mill's fucked up in his beef.
And nobody liked him.
He fucked up in his beef. He could have. He really fucked. He could have ended him if he just did some. He could have just talked about Degrassi. Like he didn't. Like he just came out with no effort. Like it was a joke.
He didn't try.
That nigga heard back to back when it was being made. Drake was on top, like the floor above him.
Really? How do you know all this shit? Yo?
This shit was said. Do your Googles.
I don't listen to.
All I know is that
Nah, he said this though.
Drake made 2 diss tracks.
The first one was Buns. Let's be real.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. But at least you can.
The second one was fire.
At least you can still stream it though, unlike Meek's because it got taken down. But
Damn.
I mean, am I lying though? Like, at least he didn't get sued.
I really fuck with Meek though. Like people really don't like the guy. Like I really like him. You know?
I loved Meek.
He
like
could blow Drake out the water.
Back in. Oh man.
I loved Meek like 2011 to like 2013. Like I really loved Meek. Like that was like the era I loved him in. But it was just he started doing a lot of shit and like I said, just like what's his face, just like Joel Santana, the execution just was not there. Like you can't come crazy at somebody, then take forever to write a diss track, and then not only was the diss track not even that good, but it got taken down because you used a sample that you weren't supposed to use. Like, you can't do that. Like, the execution was just not there.
The wild shit is that like he's a battle rapper. Like, Meek is a battle rapper. So he should have, like, if you're looking at, like, you know how they put the matchups on paper and shit. If you're looking at that shit on paper, Meek is supposed to win that shit on paper.
It's facts.
Yeah.
All right, well,
and then on top of that, like he was on a song on Meek's album, like with Drake, and people cut off the song once Drake's verse is over.
Petty.
Rico, Once Drake's verse on Rico's over, they cut off the song. I can't even tell you like 5 lines of Meek's verse on Rico.
Damn.
Oh, he has the first verse, right?
Drake has the first verse.
Yeah, then it's Meek.
I mean,
And they cut
that's why I say
right
niggas
off.
like Drake. Niggas like Drake. So I gotta be here to hate him. I'm sorry.
Well, you got to be here to hate Drake or Meek.
Drake.
Oh, Drake.
I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of Drake.
I just can't listen
I just
to
like
Meek
some of his music.
like
But Meek,
for like more than
I'm not
like
a fan,
30
but
minutes.
I like him too.
He softens up.
Nah, that nigga gonna be aggressive. No, that nigga gonna be louder.
Yeah, let him keep giving me all that heat, man.
I cannot listen to like that screaming for more than 30 minutes. Like I love Meek in that era when he was like, "Could I be riding my?" But like I had to like take like 10 minutes before I listened to the next track. Like.
Yo, I'll never forget the first time I heard that shit, yo. I was like, damn.
First of all,
That's when
the
I
beat was
knew I
crazy.
was gonna rap.
The beat was crazy. Firstly, like the like that shit. I'm like, whoa. Like,
Oh my
sounded
god.
like you're trying to run from the cops or some shit.
Hard. Yo, that's what it sounds like.
That's what it really sounds. It sounds like really hype.
like,
Oh man, that shit was fire.
Damn, free Meek, man.
Free Meek for sure.
But you better come out with some heat when you come out, because if you don't,
Yo, what? She talking to you. This is Auntie Briss. This is Auntie Briss.
nah, because if you don't, the jokes that will ensue will be
Yeah, I'm gonna need some
crazy.
heat. But now they always love you when, like, he's gonna ride off the last album if he comes out anytime soon.
They always love you when you're gone.
He's the underdog. The underdog's always appreciated. He's gonna bounce back. Yeah.
They always love you when you're gone.
He's the only nigga that's out here mainstream that's still rapping.
Matter of fact, fuck that. Free Bobby Shmurda.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying for like years now. Like free Bobby, because I think he coming out in 2 years. I want to say.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a long time. Well, by the time he come out, Trump.
He probably got some shit.
If he didn't take his plea, he would have been out this year, I think.
Nah, he took a plea. That's why he's
No,
out
I
in the
said if he
7th.
didn't take the plea, he would have been out this year. Because he took the plea to get longer time so that he can get out at the same time as Rowdy.
Wow.
He would have. I think he was only supposed to get like three or 4 years.
Damn.
Now, but he took, I think, like 7. I want to say.
Would y'all have done that for y'all homie?
For
Damn.
my homie, we gotta be.
I feel like my homie should respect me enough to be like, "Yo, you ain't do it." You ain't do it. So like
you gotta be.
would you take the stand for your mans? Would you take time for your friend?
Take time for my friend.
Like, would you like go to jail for your friend?
They gotta be my friend.
Oh, you gotta be-
How
They
close?
gotta be my
How
brother.
close?
They gotta be my brother. They gotta be my
You doing
brother.
5 years for your brother?
For who? Chin?
Well, like your brother, like your friend that you call your brother. 5 years.
For your homie.
5 years.
They gotta be my homie. And then I only got
Maximum
2
security.
homie. Max?
Maximum security.
He might have to swallow that. Well, he would never put me in that position, so it's quiet.
It's
But
over. It's a done.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you my homie, I would think you'd be like,
nah,
alright.
yeah. Nah,
You ain't
bro.
do it, so you feel me?
Nah, I probably would though. 'Cause that's my boy.
It's a dub.
That's a lot. Jail's a lot, bruh.
I mean, if it's like no, you gotta be minimum security. I'll do it there. You know what I mean?
You talking about fucking Union County Jail?
Hey man, you know I see the nigga that got, you know what I mean?
Nobody, your ass got yourself here. I see you later, dude. We out.
Well, talking about seeing you later, you like my segue?
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Just kidding.
Damn.
You know we always gotta crack jokes. We always gotta crack jokes. Go ahead.
You got that. I got the next one. SZA is dropping her next album, which will be her last.
No.
How do people feel?
I low-key don't believe it.
I saw something that what did someone say? Like niggas are surprised that she's dropping her last album when they called the weekend video
Cranes
in the parking lot.
Fuck everybody. Yeah.
Nah, niggas
Just call that shit crazy in the parking lot.
I hate you all.
Yo, SZA, you from the hood. You from the town that's next to me. I love you so much.
I don't believe it.
Cranes in the parking lot is crazy. That shit is hilarious.
I kind of feel bad for her because, like, you know, this is her debut, and like, she was really out here doing her thing, and like she's still out here doing her thing. But I feel like she probably got a little discouraged about like the lawsuit they had and like not getting a Grammy and just like everybody making fun of her music and how it's for the side bitches and shit like that.
Here's what I have to say. There are multiple amazing artists who have never won a Grammy.
Exactly.
Multiple.
Prince being one of them.
Multiple. Never won a Grammy. Like, and then it's regular civilians like us that be like, Grammys don't matter. You feel me? Like
that shit kind of matters. Though.
No, but you don't know how
it matters.
But
not even
expecting. Like,
not even
that
there for sure. It matters there, but she's talking for us. It kind of does matter for us, cause like cause niggas don't want to say it.
Who watched the Grammys? I watched the Grammys.
I didn't watch it, but I didn't watch it because of the circumstances that I was in.
Do you normally watch the Grammys?
Yes, I do. At least for the hip hop. Just for the hip hop. And if they're like, and this year would have been a good year to watch it because there was a lot of black people getting nominated for a lot of shit.
And not a lot of black people.
I mean, when you're on crack and you're from the Polynesian country, I mean, you can win anything.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Is he Filipino?
He's from a Polynesian country. I think that's Polynesian, right? I think I'm in the right.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a south.
He's Filipino or something.
Yeah, he's Filipino.
All right, whatever.
Tagalog. You know what I mean?
Who cares? Either way, don't give up, SZA. Like, you got this, sis. You from Jersey.
Sure.
You got that Jersey blood in you.
For
you gotta represent for us, son. For real.
For sure. Like,
you're a Scorpio. You gotta represent for those two. You black.
She's gonna come with I don't think she's
I don't believe it. I don't believe that she's gonna do that.
Y'all heard that SZA's pregnant?
Cardi's pregnant.
I don't know. Do I even believe Cardi's pregnant?
I believe it. I do believe it.
Because she just came out with a picture, I think today, that I saw on Instagram.
That shit was from 10 days ago.
If they say that her due date is in July,
she should be showing, right?
She should be showing, and she was not showing.
Wait. But look, what's her name? Beyonce. No one knew she was pregnant until the baby damn near dropped. Until Blue was like 2 years old.
She showed her baby bump in September, and she was due in January. She was due in January. And the VMAs are normally in August or September.
Yeah, so
and
that's what I'm saying.
She was born in January.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't know until...
We didn't know because nobody knew what the fuck Beyonce was. Beyonce wasn't on no radar.
All right. But she dropped the album. Did she drop the album that year? Did she drop with Blue? With Blue.
Nah, people was expecting she was pregnant when she was doing interviews, and they had that whole thing when she
when she sat down and like she had a crease and all that kind of shit.
But they debunked that, and they said that no, she wasn't. And didn't she drop an album that year too? Or no? 4. She dropped the album.
She dropped 4, but that was in like April or some shit.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. So like, no, that isn't what I'm saying. I don't know why, but
damn, I want to know now
because she wasn't on tour. Because Beyonce is good for just dropping shit and just leaving, and coming back whenever the fuck she feel like it. So like, she dropped her album. I think she was gone for like a minute, probably because she was pregnant and shit.
I believe that she's pregnant because she
Cardi, right?
Yeah, Cardi, okay. Because she wouldn't just stay with Offset for no reason, like.
Or she's just dumb.
I mean, hey.
Yeah, I feel like that was the second choice.
I think her staying with Offset with the child. Do you think that they're in love? Do you think that they?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Why not?
I think that if anything, she's in love with the idea of the fame and the just wild, do whatever the fuck you want, and because she's from New York, you know what I'm saying? She's never had the luxury of doing the shit she's doing now. So it's
she's saying now she don't fuck with fame that much.
I know.
I mean, nobody fucks with fame until you get it.
But if she meets somebody that she,
or when you get it,
shares the same passion with, I'm sure she really loves him. But it's like,
I think she loves him like. That's my ride or die. Yeah, like that's like some Bronx shit.
Like Bonnie and Clyde shit.
Okay.
That's some Bronx.
So what's wrong with that though?
No one said it was anything wrong.
Isn't that what happened with Jay-Z and Beyonce? Not that I'm comparing Cardi B to Beyonce. Relax, Beehive. I'm just saying that isn't that the same thing?
It's not the same because it was the way that like Offset cheated on Cardi and Jay-Z cheated on B. Like that shit was. like
I feel
video
like-
leaks.
I feel like there's a difference in the dynamic of their
Well, when-
relationships as well.
Exactly.
Well. I mean, I'm not comparing their relationships because one, fucking Beyonce and Jay-Z been together damn near some people's whole lives.
2 years old.
17.
Yeah, like since
Since
niggas,
she was 18.
Yeah, since niggas knew. You feel me? So
They've been together for like
niggas had
16 years.
knowledge.
My life, my
Yeah.
whole life.
Yeah,
That ass.
the niggas had knowledge, you feel me? But and they're just starting to go out. So like we don't even know when. Do we know the exact time period that Jay-Z cheated?
No.
We just
But
know
he
that he
probably did
cheated.
it multiple times.
Speculation.
So that's what I'm saying. So like he could have cheated when they were first going out. He could have cheated in the middle. He could have cheated he could have been cheating this whole time.
We know that he definitely cheated around 2005.
Oh, that.
2004,
yeah.
2005.
That's the year that we know. And they just got together when 2000.
2002, 2003.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So like
2007.
Nah, but like I heard that Cardi and Offset were together. The next month, Offset cheated on her. Like that was the rollout
That's some
to
other
me.
shit.
And then the next month, they were back together, and
He proposed.
he got the tattoo of her name on his neck.
he got the tattoo of her name on it.
On his neck.
After or before they proposed? He proposed.
I think before.
Before. Yeah.
Then he proposed. I what was that shit called? Powerhouse. Then he cheated again, I think,
Yeah, because there was a video of him.
at the hotel with that big booty girl.
She had a big booty.
She did that booty, but
The South African booty, yeah.
yeah. Then she started getting her little 2
Yeah,
seconds
that
of
was a
fame.
fat ass.
She started getting her little 2 seconds of fame.
Yeah, man.
And then
shout outs to her.
It's all
now, truth be told, like I don't really see Cardi that much anymore.
It's all it's
Right
all
now,
hard.
yeah.
I don't really see her that much.
It's because she's ready.
Because she's
She's
pregnant.
dropping.
Because she's
That's what I'm
pregnant.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
pregnant.
So I convinced y'all.
I said I don't think
I don't
Sis
think
is
she- I
pregnant.
Oh, I mean, I don't even think Sis is pregnant either. But I think Cardi B is
She
pregnant.
probably is. She probably is.
There's no
I mean,
reason why
Kylie
she would've
did the
stayed
same
old boy.
shit. Kylie was hot and she was taking a picture. She was hot in her stomach.
Man, shout outs to what's his name?
Travis.
Travis
Scott.
Scott. Fuck a Kylie.
We need
Jenner.
another album, Travis. I need another album.
Niggas didn't like what do you call it? Birds.
I liked it.
That was the
I
one
didn't
that
like
put me
Rodeo.
on. To be honest with
loved
you,
it.
Rodeo was
Wait,
tough.
Birds put you on?
Yeah,
You didn't
I mean-
like Days Before Rodeo? That was his best project
One of
to
the
me.
best.
I didn't listen to it that much.
I feel like
I
Birds in
heard
the Trap was his second best project.
Birds in the
what I
Trap
heard.
was fire.
Rodeo, I liked the storyline, but it wasn't better than
It
the
I like that Maria I'm Drunk song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
And
whole
90210 or whatever.
album.
that shit,
Yeah, that was good.
It was some
T.I.
good.
Yeah, he had some songs on there, but it's
T.I.
just...
with his narrating self.
Oh, yeah.
narrating
His narrating
self.
I can't
Oh, speaking of T.I., shout outs to Bernice Burgos.
For what?
What about
Just
her?
to shout her out.
She a granny.
She's a grandma.
Don't matter.
No, I'm just saying she a grandma. So congratulations to her daughter for having a child.
That's wild. And isn't she dating Quavo, man? That nigga's lucky.
And what's his face? She was rumored to be dating T.I. last year.
Oh, yeah, that was the one that, yeah, man.
She was the one that broke up T.I. and Tiny.
The man. Cause see, I look.
T.I.'s the greatest who ever came.
Tiny look good too now. Tiny look good.
You think so?
Oh, okay.
I think so. With
All right.
makeup and stuff. And
With makeup and
Open
stuff.
stuff.
With holy water and stuff. Like, come on now. Let's be for real with the royal.
I mean, she ain't got no choice because she has to hold up a lot of weight now since there's only 3 people in Escape. Since
She still got the voice though. I ain't
since
gonna-
Candy.
Wait, they coming back?
They've been back.
Been bad.
Wait, since when? They dropped the album?
Now they spell it.
they-
No,
they-
they were going. I think it's either they're going on tour or they're on tour now. But they spell it XSCAP3. Since there's only 3 of them, since
Yeah,
Candy
they
dropped
signed
out.
Right.
That was this trash.
Yeah.
Boo.
But they still got the vocals. Like Tiny still got the vocals. They all still have the vocals,
You
but
think
it's not
so?
the same as without Candy.
All I know is that I think the best singer that was in Escape was Latasha. So
It's still the 3.
at
It's still
least
the
she's
main
in the
ones.
group. At least she's in the group holding the vocals together. Cause my fucking goodness. Anyway, speaking of people that need to get it together, Lil Xan needs to get it together.
Yo, man.
Little
Xander.
Like I said, I can't keep up with these Lils anymore.
No, deadass, I
stopped at
cannot
Lil
either.
Wayne. It's over for that at this point.
You don't even like Lil Xan?
Lil Xan.
All I know is that Lil Xan got a tattoo of some shit on his face, just like all them other new niggas do. It's like a tattoo of like
So
maybe a
what
Xan.
does
I don't
this nigga do?
Well, I think this was like about 3 weeks ago. He did an interview with I forgot what website, but there was a segment called like rate something da 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 da.
Rate Your Bars? If it was Rate Your Bars, it's BET.
I don't even know a song by Lil Xan.
He's on the new Diplo album. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Don't listen to that Lil Xan song. That was a bad song.
He was on it, but don't listen to that.
Don't listen to that song. But the whole album is cool. Oh, he has like 3 Z's on his face, by the way.
Oh, that's what it is.
3 Z's.
That's what it is.
But yeah, no, the Diplo album was good.
Good.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Give it a listen.
So he was on that website and he did an interview and he was supposed to rate certain things. Like it could be rate chocolate, rate this album, rate this model, whatever. And then he, the person was Tupac and it was like rate Tupac and he said 2. And they asked him why. And they said he doesn't make good music. I think it was Noisy that he did the interview with. I want to say.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
And they said that he doesn't make good. He makes good music. Weird, but you know.
So what do
What
niggas?
does this nigga make?
I don't know a song by him. Like I don't. I really don't.
Well, that's the wave now. You got to know the person before you know any songs by him.
I really don't keep up with all of these littles and these
Nah, I
and
gotta
these
hear the song before I
trippies
even
and
hear
these.
about the person.
Trippie Redd is not bad.
I don't know who he is.
Trippie Redd?
Does he look like 6ix9ine?
No, but he has beef with 6ix9ine.
See,
Who don't have beef with 6ix9ine? I have beef with 6ix9ine.
He was on the Breakfast Club talking about.
We're gonna
his
get to
beef.
that. We're gonna get to that in a minute.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm moving too fast on
Yes,
the
you
addendum.
are. Yes, you are. Let's bring it back. So back to Lil Xan. So he performed. I don't know where because why would I keep up with where he's performing?
I can find out. I can find out for you now. Do my Google.
who cares?
We're gonna say just for shits and giggles, Hammerstein Ballroom. Whatever.
Hammerstein Ball. Yo.
He was performing California Love
California.
after just saying that nigga's music. All right.
California. Oh.
Shout out
We haven't done that in a
Dr.
while.
Dre.
I'm sorry.
We
And
do that-
bitch ass
we do
Chin is
that
not here. We
every
definitely did need it.
episode.
We didn't do it last episode, and we didn't do it the one before.
Yeah.
We needed to.
So it needed to be done.
All right. Anyway,
California.
he performed California Love after dissing that man and saying
Horrible
that he's a 2.
performance.
I didn't watch it. I'm really surprised that y'all like are up on this. The only reason why this is on my list is because y'all told me. Like I didn't know.
I don't know. It's been on Twitter. That's the only reason why. Like I've seen it on Twitter a couple times.
Did you
I don't know who
find
this
out
little
if he
Xan nigga is.
Did you find out if he performed at Hammerstein PlayStation Theater?
Nah, that nigga is not on like that. Let's
Chuck E.
just
Cheese?
cut that out.
Chuck E. Cheese.
It was definitely Chuck E. Cheese. No, he performed. He performed.
Coachella ain't happened yet.
Not yet.
Damn,
Wait, when was
Beyonce gonna
this?
be at Coachella.
Cardi B's gonna be at Coachella.
She's gonna do it pregnant. That's what she said. She's pregnant. Oh,
mean,
he
she
was in
trying to do it.
California.
She said
He was in
like-
California, in Pomona.
I thought you were gonna say Fire Fest.
No.
Either way,
Nah.
Anyway, I ain't gonna say.
bashing one of the greats
To not performing his music.
Yeah, we not here for. I'm
In
not here for that.
California.
I'm not here.
That's
for that.
wild.
We just gonna switch the subject.
Tupac gotta respond.
Because you know people be saying that he in Cuba.
Tupac definitely gotta respond.
At Tupac. Hey,
Yo,
listen
that
Chillin'.
sidebar, that
What's
Dave
some
Chappelle
shit?
episode of Tupac,
God.
Hilarious.
that shit was so funny.
hilarious.
She smelled like doo-doo. That shit had me dying.
If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Facts.
Go see it.
You need to. Has anybody listened? Y'all haven't listened to any new music, have y'all?
Depending on who we're talking about, because the pickings are slim with me.
I'm just like any new music that y'all listen to.
Right
like,
now?
I've heard. I want to listen to Prime 2.
What is that?
It's Royce the 5'9", and I think
Who's the 5'9"?
Royce the
Royce the
5'9". Royce the 5'9".
Who's the 5'9"?
He is from Detroit. He raps with like Eminem. and
Oh, okay.
and
Is he good?
yeah, he's a great MC. Like he's a rapper's rapper. The nigga's nasty.
It's a new project out right now.
Yeah, Prime 2. It dropped. He's getting too much recognition on this platform though. But
That's rude.
DJ Premier, sorry. 5'9" and DJ Premier.
DJ Premier.
They have Prime 1. I want to bump it.
Okay.
Now they got Prime 2. I want to bump that too.
All right. Bump that. Yeah, that's tough.
Diplo, like I said before, dropped. That shit was tough. Who else dropped that I know?
I really don't think he
XXXTentacion dropped.
Drake hopped on a Lemon remix.
Oh, that shit was trash.
It was really trash.
didn't
Niggas
even listen
he was
to
rapping
it.
too spicy for me.
Yeah, it was
that
like
shit.
his verse was right before Rihanna's. I was like, okay, what's going on here?
That shit, nah. He'll do anything to get next to Rihanna. You already know that.
Yeah. That's what I was like. He was just trying to get on there.
Yeah. He's
It's all
just
good.
being
Yeah,
a
We
fucking
peep
weirdo.
you. We peep
That's the
you.
closest he's been to Rihanna since Work, right?
Yeah. Nah. He was on. Nah. They have a song on Views together, right?
Views was way before Work.
Was it?
Yes.
Sounds all the same.
Views was
You can make an album about how many songs they did together.
Views was after Work.
Yeah, Views 2006.
April. It was April.
April was 2016 was Views.
Yeah, and then
Work came out in 2015.
No.
bitch.
Cause Anti came out. I know it was on Anti. Anti came out before Views. Anti came out before Views.
It did.
Anti came out before Views.
It did.
That doesn't.
2016.
No, it's.
She did it before.
It was in 2016.
Yeah, and then
But it doesn't
Views
So
came
then
seem
that's what I'm saying. So
But it
like,
doesn't
so then
seem
the last song they were on was
Oh,
on
so
Views.
Too Good. Too Good.
Yes, that was the
But
last
that
one.
doesn't even seem right to me. In my maybe it's because what's it called Work was on the radio from 2015 to 2017.
So now.
All it seems to me is that look, all it
that's
seems
why.
to me is that Rihanna,
Damn, it's
you need to
been
make,
2 years.
she needs to make more
need an
music.
album.
Yeah, I learned how to kiss it better.
But she
all right?
needs an
I need a
album
new
like
album.
she needs an album like Anti. Like she doesn't need to regress because a lot of these artists they get their shit and then they just they trail back a little bit and it's like come on because
Yeah.
that Anti album was good.
Yeah. It was
Good.
tough.
It was good,
It was tough. I liked it. I'm not even a Rihanna fan, but I liked that album. It was tough.
Good album.
Oh.
It showed a lot of versatility.
So now we can talk about 6ix9ine being on.
Oh, fuck that nigga.
Wow.
Yo, I really I really don't like him.
I really
like
don't like him at all.
You don't like his music either?
no.
You don't like Gumo,
I don't even know what that is.
Kiki,
That's the niggas iffy.
Ra Ra,
The video with
Day Day,
the Bloods is
Yeah, that's Gummo.
Gummo?
I'm surprised I knew that.
Y'all like none of his
he's
songs?
trash. He's trash. He's trash.
He's trash?
He's trash.
Why do you think he's trash?
Because
Trash.
I don't
He's
like
just
Oh,
him.
you gotta tell me more than that.
I don't
People are
like his
listening to
music.
you. You
His
gotta-
voice,
He
the way
came
his
to
voice
the-
sounds is trash.
Even when
Like
he talked, he came to the because I seen his interview with the Breakfast Club, and I seen how he was. He just can't like the last episode with the fight he had. How you said why you don't think people like him. People don't like him because he think people supposed to kiss his ass and give him respect. He came to the studio like niggas owe me respect, disrespecting YG, disrespecting the culture, the blood culture, whatever the case may be. That's why YG was like, yo, what's popping? Like he posted a video like responding to him, and I was just like, yo, this shit gonna get crazy. Like it's gonna be a war.
all I know is that 6ix9ine went onto the Breakfast Club and started disrespecting the shit out of Charlamagne for no reason. Like
For no reason, like
No, because-
Charlamagne doesn't disrespect people every
Yeah,
day.
that's what I'm saying.
No,
You know,
because-
I don't really care about that.
because what I don't understand is what 6ix9ine said about Charlamagne was like was from nothing. Like it was he was like, oh, if it wasn't for the Breakfast Club, I wouldn't know who you were. And truthfully, that's fine because if you get your fame from having like a nationally syndicated show that the culture, being
Knows
black
about,
culture,
yeah.
knows about. Niggas know about the Breakfast Club. Like, the
Yeah.
biggest shows are what? Breakfast Club,
Hot 97.
Hot
Ebro in the
97,
morning.
Schedule, Ebro in the morning.
Everyday Struggle, now
Everyday schedule.
Everyday Struggle, now Jesus and Miro.
Word.
So like
The drinking, drink champs.
Yeah,
Joe
Drink
Budden-
Champs.
Joe Budden podcast.
So niggas, so like,
yeah.
but out of all of those, like, one of the, like, I want to say quote unquote pioneers, whatever, was the Breakfast Club, and like Charlamagne, and like
Of how it's done now, yeah.
of how it's done now. It's Charlamagne,
With the internet and all that shit, yeah,
right?
for sure.
And then on the Breakfast Club, if you take Charlamagne off of the Breakfast Club, that shit gonna be trash.
That shit's
I'm
trash.
sorry. I'm sorry. Because what the fuck is Andy gonna do except walk out of the studio? And what the fuck is Angela gonna do but sit there and not do shit? And
No,
not do
man.
shit. So,
T gotta be drank.
but whatever. So 6ix9ine went on and
Angela
started
Yee hit me
trying to
up.
come crazy at Charlamagne, and then Charlamagne was like, "Nobody likes you." Da da da. Shit. Blah blah whatever. But 6ix9ine has been catching heat from everybody, and his chains aren't real.
I feel like
So I don't
YG,
respect him.
I feel like YG and him going to get into it because YG, the way that he was talking in that video towards him, I was like, yo, he was like, he about to go
Yeah,
crazy.
he
I mean-
off. But like, I feel like YG also should not waste his breath on somebody like 6ix9ine.
The game too. The game has posted a
All right,
huge post.
thank you. I'm glad someone said that. You ever notice? You ever notice when the game comes back into, like, when he starts talking about somebody, he always has an album dropping.
He has an album dropping now.
He's having. He said, yeah. Every single time he comes out of hiding, because the game.
Right.
He doesn't really be on social media like that. Like, he follows
Except
one
if he
person.
posted a
feel me?
thought pic.
Yeah.
Meal
Yeah, so he's always doing it for some publicity shit. Not to say that he's not a gangster. I'm not testing his gangster, but we're just talking about his music wise. Like, anytime that nigga comes back into the music industry or comes back like starts talking again, he's about to drop an album.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we're gonna get a game album this year, if not next year. I mean, Documentary 2 was tough.
It was okay. Yeah.
Documentary 2, not the 2.5. I didn't really
There was
like that, but
Niggas always trying to do a 0.5. Like, come
it was
on.
a 2.5, and it was like the two had like fucking 20 songs on it. Then the 2.5 had like another 15. I was like, damn, the game. There's only so much music I can listen to,
Yeah,
my guy.
honestly,
There's only
I
so much
agree.
game. But Jesus Piece was tough too
Yeah.
from the game. But yeah. So like I just wanted to like shed that to light because I've always noticed that every single time he comes out,
Fuck 6ix9ine.
he's always about to drop an album.
Yeah, 6ix9ine need to keep his
He's
mouth
trash.
shut.
He's trash. He's so trash. Like, he really is. And
Tell
it's
us
like,
why he's trash. I
He's
need you
trash because he can't
to
rap.
tell everyone.
He's not rap
We
culture.
need to know.
And the fact that niggas look up to
How is he not rap
already-
culture?
Because, I mean, maybe he's rap culture for this generation that like shit like that. Rainbow hair and you got all these fucking...
He said why he wears rainbow hair.
What did he say?
Because he said it's his job to get under people's skin.
Shut the fuck up.
That's why he wears rainbow hair. He has rainbow teeth because he wants to look crazy and he's saying the shit that he's saying I saw his arm. There's 6ix9ine. It looks like
Everywhere
a
on his
Louis,
body.
like everywhere on his body. Like that shit is real. The nigga really has like colored hair. You feel me? And he tells people to test his gangster. And I mean, not to say that people won't, but at the moment, people really haven't. Like,
Except
really.
for when he got jumped at LAX.
Yeah, but nothing
didn't
happened
do
to him.
anything.
Nothing happened to him.
'Cause he
Like,
didn't do
we saw the video. Nothing really happened.
So
He got
so he wants to get under people's skin.
that's what he said
right?
his job.
So like, what is like other than having colorful hair and the grills and all of the tattoos? If he wants people to test his gangster, why won't he test others? If he really wants to get under somebody's skin,
He not about that life.
why are you not going to test
Because
somebody else's gangster?
hey, I'm not his manager. I don't know, but I mean, maybe
sounds a little backwards.
maybe that's not what he wants to do. Maybe his
sounds
job
a little
wasn't too like. He says someone test him, and then when someone tests him, they take their pen and paper and try to apply the math, and whatever happens.
Because
and then
it's
I
not-
guess if he wins, he'll be like, I told you test my gangster and see what happened.
'Cause for me,
and
it's
if he
like-
loses, then niggas gonna laugh at him.
6ix9ine is not good of a rapper to defend his honor through.
He's the
music.
hottest in in New York besides Cardi?
All of them locked up
Who the hottest niggas?
in New York.
Who?
Yeah, who?
Well,
Who's
at
like,
one point,
it's only Bobby that's locked
but
up
at
right
one
now.
point he was like the hottest thing in New York.
Yeah.
And that nigga got locked up.
Yeah.
And then
That's when he
Davies.
came
Davis is locked up?
No, he from New York though.
He's not hot.
He was hot. Niggas, I can't go on.
still
I
hot.
cannot go on Twitter
Davies-
one day without seeing
is
Davies'
not-
name.
Davies
People
is
really
not
fuck with
hot.
I cannot
People
see.
really
I
fuck
can't.
with him.
I
You think
can't
he's
go.
good?
I
Do you
can't
think he's
go
good, though?
I
on
think he is.
I'm saying you.
niggas like that. What's that
You
thing?
like
That
his-
Kyrie. What's her name? Kyrie Chanel. That album or mixtape that he had. What was it called?
About his daughter?
About his daughter?
He named after his daughter?
Yeah.
Do you think he's good, Briss?
I haven't listened to one Davies song.
I don't think he's good, to be honest with you.
That's
Well, but
you,
he not
but
the
that's
hottest.
not to say that he's not hot.
I don't think he's the hottest, though. I don't think he's the
All
hottest.
of these are distractions from how Bobby
And is 6ix9ine hot because of his music or because of his publicity?
Doesn't matter. He's hot. Okay.
He's hot because of his publicity, right?
And publicity equals to clicks to
But-
his music. When
but-
people see like the whole, I'm sure when the whole R. Kelly's thing was going on, that nigga sold hella albums. Even what's
But
his
R.
name?
Kelly
Even
is
Tu-
good
even-
outside of his problems.
Even Tupac, like when
He's
Tupac
good
went to
outside
jail.
of his problems.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Name one artist that isn't good outside of their problems
or
that gets
Snoop Dogg.
clicks.
But that's not my point. Is that like these niggas have gone through the shits. Like when Snoop Dogg was going through his legal problems and he was about to go to jail, like his album went #1, and that nigga got a phone call a couple days later talking about he's up for a murder rap. You feel me? And he was going through that whole trial throughout the Chronic, right? And he was still making mad money. So it's like it's all about like it's like what they say. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
There's no such thing
Thank
as
you.
bad publicity.
Thank you. There's no such thing as bad that. So
You
I
think
guess
so?
he's just for the now.
because when people talk about you, I mean, whether they like you or not, they're gonna check your name. And now in the internet where everything is click-based, and you can click something and like niggas like pictures by mistake. Niggas look up somebody and they play their song by mistake and they're like, oh, I don't want to listen to this. Turn off. Oh well, nigga, like he got that like, he got that play. I mean, you can always unlike shit, but you can't unplay something.
Absolutely.
So, niggas is always gonna be checking for him. I mean, maybe not us in particular, because I personally don't listen to that type of music, but niggas are always gonna be checking for 6ix9ine for now.
But I don't think they're checking for 6ix9ine for his music. They're checking for him because of his publicity. Because he's always in something.
But niggas like his music though. When I go to these parties and shit and they play him, niggas have been like they're wild. Actually, what's funny is that one time they played
yelling and shit.
They played 6ix9ine, and then some girl went up to my boy and was like, "Yo, can you? I want to tell you something." And he was like, "Oh yeah, what's up? Can you change the song?" He was like. No, she was like, do you know who this is? I was like, oh yeah, it's Tekashi 6ix9ine. He's like, no, do you know what he did? He's in the middle of a club playing music. Some girl comes up to him talking about, do you know what Tekashi 6ix9ine did? Like, nigga, it doesn't matter. Niggas is still bumping to it in the club. You see everybody dancing, jumping. Like it's the same thing with R. Kelly. Like, niggas know that he did statutory rape, allegedly. You feel me? But it was on tape. Allegedly, you feel me? Because niggas ain't trying to get sued.
Nobody want to come for R. Kelly the way niggas would. Like,
we were coming for R. Kelly the other day.
No, I'm saying we're not
Y'all coming
coming
for
him
him.
with guns. Niggas want to kill this guy. People want to kill him.
Yeah, niggas don't.
He's wanted.
Niggas don't respect 6ix9ine
Because
all
he does
across
not
the board.
respect.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying other artists probably. Well, there are some artists that do like him, that do songs with him.
Who likes him?
I think he has a song with.
Just 'cause
Young
you got
Thug
a song
likes
or
him and
somebody?
Birdman.
Yeah.
Like that.
But nah, he's not signed to them. That's what he said.
What a
That's
team
fine.
behind you, you feel me? But fuck it. Because now Young Thug calling everybody love, babe, boo,
Yo, that nigga need to
sis.
stop, man. His name is
His
Sex.
name is Sex. I'm sorry.
That is wild.
I'm not calling him this.
Like, how many times you gonna change your name, my nigga?
Only once, right?
No, he said he changed. First, his name was Jeffrey. His mother called him Jeffrey. Then he said, "Yo, my name is Young Thug." Then he said, "My name is Thugga Thugga." Then he said, "No, call me Jeffrey."
Diddy did it.
He did. Cause
Diddy did it hella time. Diddy did it like once every year for like 5,
call
6
me
years.
Brother Love or some shit.
Call me
like
Puff
that.
Daddy. Call me Diddy. Call me P Diddy. Call me Sean Combs. Call me.
I mean, his mama called him Sean. I'm gonna call him Sean.
Call him Sean John. Call him all that shit.
Who told him to say call Sean John? Guys.
All that shit.
Puff was definitely the name.
Who doesn't call him Puff now?
Who does?
I think that's what we call him, Puff.
That's what I think he wants to be called, is Puff. To think that like we really be listening to these niggas, but they're not. but like we don't call Bow Wow Shot Moss.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
I call him Bow Wow.
That nigga's name is
I call him
Shad.
Bow
No, his name is
Wow.
Shad Moss because Bow Wow
Call him Bow Wow.
was tough.
Bow Wow is equivalent to greatness.
Yes, Bow Wow was great. Shad Moss is a different type of nigga.
Didn't another person change their name and then we was like not fucking with it either? I can't think of it off the name and I'm not gonna give it the time. Just know we probably not calling you by your name.
Oh well. Fuck you.
Well. But real quick.
Damn, I want to know now.
We'll think about it probably when we're off the air.
Fact
But real quick, we got 2 questions for Ask Do Not Disturb.
Hey.
Remember, just
Do not disturb. Do not disturb. Oh, we're not doing
we're not gonna
a.
keep
That's a
it.
theme song.
that was like 5
We
beats.
added. There's gonna be verses to this shit. This shit about to be fire.
I can't. All right. So the first question comes from somebody who doesn't want people to know who they are.
All right, Sally.
Anonymous.
Okay, John Doe.
Anonymous.
So they want to know what are the good and annoying things about having a podcast.
The good things. You get to network with other people, especially nowadays. Podcasts are becoming more and more popular by the second. Everyone wants to do one, and everyone wants to do one on their own platform. I think the good thing about it is networking with different people, getting different guests on the show makes the show more interesting. It widens our audience for both sides, so I feel like that's a good pro for the show as far as like the good things about it. Bad things? Who wants to go for that? Chin, where your ass at?
Yeah,
That's one bad thing. That's one bad thing. Niggas want to be committed,
No one
but then
wanna
want
be
to change their
consistent.
schedules and stuff, so they can't be around. No shade, but shade.
We changed our recording.
Sorry, but not sorry.
A couple times.
And we
but it's
kept
all
this
good.
day
We kept
because
it
this
tight.
is the day that we can do it. But Chin, I love you at the end of the day, man.
It's
'cause
all
you're my
love.
blood.
It's all love, but like,
But-
Bring
get your
your
shit
ass
together.
in.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Get your shit together. Another good thing about podcasting, I mean, I feel like it just gives you a platform to like make you feel comfortable like sharing what you want to share. Like a lot of people have a lot of opinions, but don't necessarily have what they think is the voice to say it or whatever. But a podcast gives you that voice.
Right.
And also when you're around, whether you're doing it with 1 person, 2 people, 5 people, whatever, like that energy that you get and like the feedback that you get also like contributes to what you have to say, and it makes for like really good conversation that people want to have, but like
Chemistry.
don't always have.
You need to have the chemistry. That's the good thing about it. But that's the only thing that you can get good out of it if you have it. If you have chemistry, you're going to get good out of it. If you don't, it's going to
And patience too.
The patience and tolerance.
Side note.
Next question.
Side note. We're gonna. That's the new rule, by the way. If you miss a show, we're gonna shit on you all show.
What?
Damn.
Yeah.
But what if it's for like a good
If it's a good words and reason, obviously we're gonna shit on you in the beginning. But then we're just gonna be like, nah, we're joking.
because we dead ass don't know why this nigga's not here.
No. Facts. You can't shit on us for sure. So
We don't know why.
if you miss a show, and Chin, you gonna hear this too. You miss a show, you getting shitted on.
Getting it.
And you are
Getting
the guinea
ball.
pig and the pioneer of this. So thank you for opening this shit up.
Way to be an innovator.
Right? Okay, so for the second question, this is actually via the Shade Room. I just thought it was interesting. This is actually tailored towards me and Sabaya since we're the only women here. It's why, for any reason, wouldn't you take your future husband's last name?
Ooh.
My mom didn't take my father's last name because she wanted me to have her last name.
Your mom wanted
She
you
wanted
to
me to
have.
have the legacy of her last name.
That's why she didn't take your father's last
I guess
name.
so. Look, I mean,
She had
me,
the kid, so.
Yeah, I mean, and look, I'm not opposed to it, but I mean, a lot of people are like, "Well, you wouldn't take my last name." Like, I feel like, is it really a big deal? Honestly,
It's kind of a big deal.
There's
It's not a big
there's
deal,
a couple
but it's-
reasons why I wouldn't. Not to say that I'm not, but there's a couple reasons why I can justifiably say that I wouldn't.
That's low key a deal breaker.
One, my last name is long already, so like my name, like it's. I don't know if I would fully change. I think I would do like
Hyphenated.
Hyphenated, yeah,
but my name is
so-
already long, so like it's slow. Like I got 4 names, like it's slow.
There's certain things that like you can't be on your like husband's plan if your name is hyphenated. Like
Why is it
insurance.
only the husband's plan?
I mean, either or. Like y'all can't be on each other's plan. Sorry.
My nigga, you proposing to me? What the fuck?
Wow. I'm talking about plan like health plan. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I thought you meant like life plan.
Not life
like
plan.
the actual bill.
No,
yeah,
like
yeah,
bills,
okay.
like because you don't have the same last name,
Right.
so you won't be able to be on the same. Like you won't have the same health insurance. Like if it's his health insurance and you want to add him to the plan or you want to add her to the plan or whatever, you'd have to have the same last name.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think.
man.
Okay, so that's one. But another one. I eventually want to get my doctorate, so I want my doctorate to have my name, not the name that I was like married into. Like I want to be Dr. Kristen, like my my last name.
Yours, right?
Because I
As you
worked
should.
for it, so I just want I want that to be my name.
Well, how do you feel about
I wanted my doctorate before I met my future husband. So like,
Look, I'm not African about a lot of things, but I'm very, very African
so this
about.
is speaking from
culture?
Yeah, this is
culture.
cultural. Like you feel me? Like
They have to have your last.
it's kind of but that and smoking are deal breakers. Like smoking cigarettes, deal breakers. Like if a girl smokes a cigarette, she's ugly. Sorry.
Yikes.
And if she doesn't want to take my last name, she's even uglier.
Yikes.
My last name literally means the devil will not touch you. Why wouldn't you want to have that as a last name? Like, Jesus Christ. Look at somebody looking at me like, shoot, like this nigga. devil definitely touch this nigga. Fuck out of here.
What if my name doesn't sound good with the last name?
Word.
My name, because my name, as it is
Chris
now, doesn't
sounds-
flow. My name is not Chris, first of all. Like, that is not my name.
Oh,
but what if my name don't fit?
Yeah.
That shit I'm not going to want to hear my own name.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be wary of who you dating. If some nigga's last name is
So I gotta judge somebody. I gotta judge somebody off of their last name.
Yeah.
I have to judge somebody off their last name.
You know why I like my last name? Because it has an A. So I'm always the first in everything.
A what? Second
I
letter.
mean, I'm like,
Second letter.
I'm the within the first pack. All right.
Oh my god.
The first, but like, what does that
AG.
do? What does
Know
that
what I
do
mean?
for you?
In
though?
class, you feel me? When the teacher would mess up my name, I already know he's talking about me.
So that means that in class,
Know what I mean?
that means that you're in the front of the class, which means that you can't cheat as well. I'm in the middle, so I can still scope and shit.
I mean, if you know what you're looking for, you can cheat anywhere, anytime.
Nigga, you in the
Any
front.
place.
The only thing you looking for is the
Time.
the time.
If I type out the answers and I put that shit in my water bottle, I'm cheating. Yes. So what's up?
Damn. Imagine having to do all of that, except for when you have a name in the middle like me, you could just be like, hey, and then just write. You feel me?
Or
Do
niggas
my
just
work
be
for
like,
me.
like I remember when niggas used to like cough once for A, cough
Yeah.
twice for B.
I did that for standardized tests.
Yo, shout out to my man.
kidding.
Oh man, I forgot his
kidding.
name. Shout out to my boy from psychology, from physics class in
Damn,
high
those
school.
are different.
They both start with P.
But they're very different.
Yes, they are.
studies.
So physics in high school.
For
How
doing
to-
the coughing.
He helped, bro. This coughing. He would literally turn around and be like, "Yo, this is that." I'm like, "Yo, good looks, my guy. Yo, good looks."
Sick.
Oh man, yo, Jesus Christ! Because my teacher, that
That's
nigga
some
was
G
crazy.
shit, for real.
Yo, shout outs to him.
Where's he now?
Damn, he lived down the street from me.
Hey, shout out to him.
Good.
Yeah,
I hope he
yeah.
listens.
Word.
He better listen.
You better knock on his door if he
Yeah,
don't. The fuck? Be like,
I'm gonna chase this nigga down. Be like, "Oh, yo!"
right. I was waiting for you at the door.
I just shouted you out, bro. Listen to my shit.
Alrighty, y'all. So, Damn, I lost my train of thought that
We
quickly.
closing out.
We are
Guess we're
closing
closing
out.
out?
We're closing out. I'm tired as hell, y'all. I'm sorry.
man,
It's been a long ass day.
It's been a long.
In the words of Mac, it's been a long
It's
day.
been a long.
But we
It's
ain't.
been a long
No, I
day.
hate that song. I hate that song.
With you,
I
my
hate the-
friend.
Not the lyrics, but I hate that song.
And I never wanna. What? Is
Hear
that
you
the Wiz?
singing again. Okay,
Oh,
so
wow, wow.
this is Do Not Disturb, y'all. Have a good time. Hope you fucked with the episode. Fuck with all the other ones because we fuck with y'all.
And fuck Chinadu.
And stay tuned.
Peace.
Bye.
Yep.
I found another life in London.